How you doing today? How's everybody? Um, we got a little interrupted last time. Uh, Now I want to talk more about the concepts that we have, the things that we've been taught, and those who taught us these things. You have those who came before those who taught us, before those who we have taught as our ancestors taught them. So these concepts have been manipulated some. I'm trying to put it mildly because it's difficult to comprehend when the mind you got most likely is the one that was given to you. Because it was given to your parents and it was given to your parents' parents. Because those before them were mainly off the plantation. So who has the mind, the original mind that we are supposed to have in the first place? In ancient times, once again, it was called the Neteru. That Neter we call nature today. So it was talking about how nature rules. And nature, with all of its laws, guides, not God, guides us. Okay? So nature rules, which guides us with all of nature's laws. Okay? And I've already said we have a celestial nature which most of us are cut off from. Most of us are just moving in our terrestrial nature only. Some of these things you gotta look up for yourself, folks. I'm trying to lay something down so we can find ourselves. As above, so below it's called. Hermetic texts will give it to you. That those in the terrestrial cannot comprehend the concepts of the celestial. So therefore should not be able to define such things of the all, to give it names and descriptions, like Santa Claus, Peter Cottontail, the Easter Bunny. Okay, so a lot of times, if you're not careful, prudent, aware, you'll have a grown-up fairy tale. You call it God. I'm sorry, I know that may offend some of you. Okay, however, I'm trying to share with you perception of heavy study that brought me to these conclusions. Because I used to be just like you, believing without knowing. So when I went into the ancient concepts, I realized that what guided us was all law. Now, Islam is I, self, law, and mastery. But you must know the self to know the law of self-mastery. And microcosmically, these things are internal. But macrocosmic is the almighty power of things that are external. The all. So in the all law, you have the elements. So that's how these religions are playing these games. You have the elements, the elevated mentality. That's the celestial once again. The high priest or priestess, okay, of the elemental mind, elevated thought, the thought of nature, which is on high in the sky, the sun. All of these things, it's all law. You must follow all law. Not a person, law. Now, this law, religions try to put in the concept of angels and archangels and things. Once again, these metaphors and stuff. But we're talking about the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the spirit, all have a personality. You see, fire is daring, determined, creative, is activity. Okay, it's courage. This is personality of fire, which resides in one's psyche. Okay, I'm trying to break down the mystery because we can't keep following his story. Okay, the air is skill, joy, propensity, optimism. These are the psychological nature of the air. Okay. The ether, the spirit is selfless, so it cannot be us. It only rolls through us. It will come through us if we're mounted by the sky. The ancients call her Nut. Okay. Then you go to the water, which is compassion, tenderness, forgiveness, contentment, peace, humility, modesty. These are all the ways of the law. This is the law. This is law. This is all law now. This is the elevated law of water. Okay, elevated, elemental. Then you have the earth. For most of us, basically, just have lost the earth. The earth is thoroughness, circumspection, punctuality, responsibility, prudence. All earth elemental, giving you the general idea. This is all nature's law. The Islamic call a law. It's all law. Okay, which guides you. So the guide that we've been having is government ordinance department, or government and departing from the ancient divine mind. Government ordinance departing from the ancient divine mind. Because I see the concepts of these religions that don't bring us to the root of what's going on with us. See, because heaven and hell are here right now. Hello. Okay, we keep thinking we need to die to go there. Concepts still given by the slave master. See, we still have the mind that was given to the slave. Now, we must recognize all law is just that, all nature's laws that reside within us. We must know them so we can have self-mastery and be guided by them. In this way, we are responsible. Okay, we know to be kind because that's the air. We know to be content because that's the water. We'll know to be determined to do what we need to do because that's the fire. And we'll also know a selfless nature because that's spirit. Okay, we will know that this Trinity, as they call it, is the mother, father, child. So all must be within so the child can be born, give birth to the child of the cosmic mind. These things will allow us to be able to allow nature to guide us and create a positive karma, which is the law, again, of cause and effect. We should be able to see basically now the 7 demons, which I call demons, which are fear, chaos, shame, guilt, grief, lies, illusion, and selfishness. We should be able to know now that our illumination brings us to the angles of sunlight. They call angels, but they're just angles of that sunlight. No man of a sun, but the light of the sun in the sky, S-U-N. The angles of this light in positive ways is love and structure, a sensual connection, self-control, an unstruck, unhurt heart, able to express yourself with truth, able to see through illusions with your third eye, and selflessness. A crown of selfishness to your kingdom. These are the things that we have been denied. We've talked about the nigger term, what it means, denigration. Denying us the knowledge of ourselves because we are indigenous people. We are indigenous American. I don't know about this African American stuff. We from here. Okay? We are the indigenous American. Okay. Also, there are many other limitations to our thinking because the imagination is a very real vehicle. We make it so, and our perception gives us our reality. So if we continue to follow these fairy tales like Santa Claus is in the sky and someone's coming to save us, and we know, but we're too lazy to realize that we're still slaves because we never got our full original natural minds back to us, and that the church and most religions are just taking advantage of us. See, the thing about it is, I don't think everyone knows because intelligence is overrated. So we must be able to go do some research on these things. It's going to be difficult because we're already in a little sandbox. We're already on a hamster wheel. So I don't expect us to get this right away. I have a whole lot more to say, but I don't want to take a whole lot of time. So we will talk more, breaking down more of the concepts of celestial, terrestrial, who we are, or more like what we are and what we are in. A planet or Earth. Is this still Mother Earth, or is this now a plan that has net the world in darkness?